What you are looking at here is a picture of, actually two pictures, of Billy Zane, who played Cal Hockley in the 1997 movie Titanic. If you recall, this Hockley character was the antagonist, and he played so well the corrupt, self-serving, ruthlessly cruel uh, in one of the rich, high society people on the Titanic. And of course, the story built up around that with him as the antagonist. But he actually made this character made one of the on the famous movie Douchebags. He's one of the worst, most harshly presented characters around. And the reason I bring him up today is I wanted to do a quick video on an analogy that has helped me in helping others understand their weight loss struggles. I compare the weight loss struggle with a corrupt and ruthless CEO. And so what I started to talk about with Billy Zane as Cal Hockley is think of the most corrupt, most dirtbaggish, most just awful person that you can think of as like a CEO, high society person. We're talking about the type of person who he doesn't want to sell his yacht. He wants to bring his bimbos and his wine and his whores and his illegally gotten prescription pills that he got from bought off doctors, all the stuff that, paying off business people, cutthroat dealing, all the stuff that you typically hear associated with mega rich, corrupt, nasty people that society has come to love, to hate. Well, I've included a legend here, and the legend goes into the comparison I'm making between a CEO, of this fictional CEO I'm using as an analogy, with your body and your struggles to lose weight. The CEO is your out of whack metabolism and oversized stomach. Business is you eating excessive quantities, recession and lean times, you beginning a new lifestyle, and being hungry, breaking into savings. Well, you can read it here. But basically, here's how the analogy goes. You start to lose weight because the CEO is your body, and you're starting to lose weight. The CEO says, no way, we're not going to do this. This is no good. But he's used to you eating excessive quantities of food. And he doesn't like lean times. He doesn't like the recession. And so what does he do? He breaks into savings. That's you starting to lose. But you've just started losing. You're only really losing water weight right now. So what does the CEO say as you struggle so hard and your mind says, why can't I lose? He says, business will be booming once again. Don't you worry. He's waiting for you, your body, so to speak, is waiting for you to go back to your old ways of eating and drop what you were doing and start going back. But time passes, you stay on your new plan, and what does he have to do? This horribly jerkish, rude, awful CEO gets with his other lackeys in the board meeting and all of these high society fat cats and says, hey, we can't staff this operation, we have to lay people off. Well, that's an analogy to compare what your body has to do with your fat. Once you've lost water weight, once you've been making changes to your diet, you are fasting, you're stopping eating, your body's having to go dip into the reserves, the stored energy we call fat. And finally, after resisting enormously, you get past those plateaus. The CEO starts proverbially laying people off. And after a few more meetings and people saying, when is business going to resume? When is the food going to come back? Your body has to accept the fact, this corrupt CEO has to accept the fact that you are going to lose fat and the operation is going to have to shrink. He's going to have to downsize. You're going to get out of those big pants and the fat shirts. You're going to sell your wardrobe and get something new. You're going to change your life. So what does a CEO do? He gives up. He goes to the proverbial cabin in the woods, as you see here in the legend. Because you lost weight and now you're keeping it off, your body has a new set point. By the way, do you know what your set point is? How long until when you're out of weight do you have to stay there until your body wants to keep you there? The answer is 4 months. If you can lose weight and stay at a set point 4 months, your body will work to keep you there. But there's a catch. It's hard to lose weight because The problem is we've spent so much time teaching our body. Look at the last one. You are the investor or the lobbyist or the chairman of the board. You're part of this fat cat meeting group where everybody comes around and supports this corrupt CEO, your body, of holding on to fat. The reason your body holds on to fat is because of your waywardness, the fact that you eat and you eat and you're telling it to get bigger. So you were actually one of the supporters, the investors. That's the way it is. You are, friends, where you are today weight-wise because of years of abuse, because you have not made good eating choices. You don't have good lifestyle habits, and that's why you're here. It doesn't matter what you do right now and onward. Hopefully the right thing from here. Hopefully you'll change your habits and get a good intermittent fasting plan going and start actually losing to keep it off. But the reason you're here is because of the decisions you have made. So ultimately, you can't be mad at the CEO, this corrupt CEO, your stubborn body that refuses to lose weight as fast as you want it to. Your body will lose, but the problem is you've been so long encouraging it to do the wrong thing that it's resisting you. And you know what people say when they talk about people who resist? They call that the stone gut theory. And this is a term I've come to use to describe the false inner conviction that causes an individual to believe that they can't lose fat as if it is somehow stone sitting around their waist or legs or butt and so on. But folks, that's not true. It's not the case that fat on your body has to somehow be lost through some miraculous means. The reason it feels like it stays there is because your body has become resistant to your efforts to lose because you've never communicated in a language that it understands that you're going to have to lose it. And so stone gut theory is false. It takes calories, listen carefully, it takes calories to be and stay big. It takes calories to be and stay big. The only way you can keep your weight on you is if you keep consuming calories that are in excess of what you need to maintain weight. That is true for everyone. You aren't accidentally fat. You aren't fat because your body is just bad. You're fat because of excess. And that's where you, along with that proverbial CEO, are both in the wrong. It's time to take accountability into your own hands. Stop being the investor, the lobbyist, the chairman of the board. Kill the CEO. Kill the CEO. Reclaim your health. Get on a good intermittent fasting plan. We're happy to help you out at omad.info. You can join us at MyFitnessPal as well and have fun. Start taking care of your health and yourself. You owe yourself that much. Come join us.